we're hoping that Lake Macquarie escapes any major fires for the rest of this season, but we'd be very foolish to think that we're safe at this point in time. We're very lucky that we've got 10 RFS brigades just in this electorate out there looking after us, as well as 4 fire and rescue stations. So all of those people are doing a fantastic job, but you do have to be mindful of the advice that you get if we do have an emergency situation. And the best place to get that is to go to emergency.nsw.gov.au, and you'll find out a lot of information, including, for example, where evacuation centres may have been established. As a local community, we're collectively impacted by the devastating wildfires that have occurred across New South Wales, still burning on the south coast and have impacted the north coast. But here in Lake Macquarie, we've also had major fires. Wangi, near where I'm standing now, and also at YE. We have had a death at YE, and there's no doubt that things could have been a lot worse. There's been a little bit of good luck involved in what's happened here, but most of it has been good planning. And I'm standing here with our district commander, Superintendent Danny Sullivan, who is the local emergency operations controller when there is a disaster management plan in place. So Danny, could you just tell us very quickly about what your role is and what happens?
Yeah, absolutely, Greg, and rightly so what you've said about our local community. One can not only be proud of the people of Lake Macquarie and how they've responded to these terrible fires. Under the State Emergency Management Act, each of our emergency services are given responsibility depending on their set of skills. And when something occurs that's beyond the actual capability of that organisation, we all come together and help that lead agency. And my role under that State Emergency Management Act is the local emergency operations controller. And what that means is I effectively get all the emergency services to use their skills to enable that lead agency to do their job. Part of the work that we do is we work with the Lake Macquarie Local Council. And how we do that is we have an emergency management committee where all of our emergency services come together across 4 big themes. It's prevention, planning, response and recovery. The first 2, prevention and planning, are the main 2. So what we do is we do a lot of planning. How do we work together? What do we do if this happens? What do we do if that happens? We also do a lot of prevention. That is working very closely with our local community on the things that we know occur that contribute to an outcome that's not good for all of us. Right now we're in what we call response mode, which is we're out all responding to the fire, and the next phase is recovery. We practice that 365 days of the year to make sure that when these unforeseen events occur, that the things that are in our control are covered off as much as we can.
Yeah, and we do it very well. I think you've done a great job with the broad team. It's great credit to all those volunteers and the paid professionals such as our fire and rescue people who get out there on the front line. But I think the main thing that we have to impress upon the community is that they should have confidence in the advice that's given to them by the by yourself and by the emergency services.
100%. And in this situation we're in right now with bushfire, the Rural Fire Service is the lead agency. The best place to get information is from the Rural Fire Service, and I can only commend to people the Fires Near Me app and the Rural Fire Service webpage and social media presence. It is outstanding. In terms of traffic, live traffic is the best place to get the information because it comes from the direct source. What the key is get the information immediately from the source.
Well, Danny, thank you. Once again, the message is have confidence that there is actually a plan in place. It changes slightly depending on the circumstances, but everyone's very professional in the way they go about it.